Hello, everybody. Amanda Davis here, Avon Independent Sales Representative in the United States of America. And I am here today to speak to you about what to do once you sign up as a new Avon representative. And this video is actually specific for people that are signing up right now during our Share the Love incentive, which is going through August 20th of 2018. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to end up making another welcome video once that incentive is finished. But I wanted to give you just a little bit of background on myself. I joined Avon back in 2011. So I will be celebrating my 7-year anniversary this August, which is exciting, actually in a couple weeks on August 15th. And so with Avon, you know, I've continuously been growing my business. I now have about 75% of my business is done online. And then, you know, I'm working towards future goals of trying to do Avon full time. So I just wanted to just go ahead and say hello, welcome to Avon. Thank you so much for choosing me as your mentor. I do tip videos and I have a YouTube channel where I do tips as well as where I do things talking about products and that kind of thing. And so I wanted to do this training video to walk you through some of your first steps for your Avon business and things to do to get started. So I'm going to go ahead and go on to the next slide, which this presentation is going to cover how we can get started with your representative online office, how to set up your free online store and website, some basics on what you need to know to start making money with Avon. Obviously, you join the company for a reason. Maybe it is just for a personal discount, but most of us join to start making some extra money. And sometimes with the loftier goals of working from home and that kind of thing. So I'm going to talk about a couple basics on that, as well as some sales tips to get your initial sales, a couple recruiting tips to get your initial team members, and then when you're supposed to submit your orders and how you can earn $1,000 in 90 days with our Kickstart program, as well as right now with the Share the Love, how you can earn over $500 in free products. And so the very first thing you should do once you sign up is you're going to get an email from Avon that gives you your account number and your district number. You want to then go to the youravon.com website. You're going to come down underneath where it says sign in with Facebook and set up your account, because you want to register your new representative account. Our youravon.com website is our main office. That's where all of the information that you need is housed. There's things there as far as training goes. That's where you're going to place your orders. That's where everything is. So it's very, very important that you register that account. Even if you are just doing this for a personal discount, you're going to want to register your account at youravon.com. And then from there, Avon actually will kind of walk you through a few things. One of those things being to set up and personalize your eStore. So once you register, at the end of the registration process, it actually should give you an option about setting up your eStore. And so you do want to go ahead and do that, yes. And then from there, your new rep website should have a block that looks something like this. And when you hit the personalized tab, it will give you the option to edit the different widgets on your eStore. So everybody's eStore looks different. This is a capture of my eStore right now. And so I have a YouTube video. You can embed YouTube videos. You can choose which widgets you want showing, like ads for products and that kind of thing. It's important to kind of have the recruiting widget for the fact that if people do want to join your team, they can do it easily, as well as, you know, the skin advisor is good because then that allows people to find what skincare is best for them. Letting people know about the free shipping with $40 orders. This allows people to get emails from you. So you want to you can set it up however you want. You can kind of play around with it. But you do want, at the very least, to upload a picture of yourself, because people are more likely to shop with a person. than they are with just like a random image. So if you actually upload an image of yourself, people are going to be more likely to buy from you. And you can also, if you go to once you're in the editing part, if you go to the About Avon and Me section, you can actually add like a little bio about yourself and that kind of thing too. So, you do want to do a little bit of personalization on that as well, particularly if you're planning to share your link with people to get sales that way. And then, so I just mentioned you want to register your account, you want to set up and personalize the eStore. Then this number 3 is very important. You want to begin your free representative training at Avon University, which is under the youravon.com, as well as going through all of the stuff that's on your new rep homepage. And so, you want to maybe spend your first couple days kind of going through that information and trying to just get the basics down as far as how Avon works and that kind of thing. And this video kind of will help you with that as well. But you do want to make sure that you do go through that training at Avon University, because you're going to learn so much from it. It's self-paced. It walks you through some ways to be successful, and it's just very important. And then you can also announce your business to your friends and family via social media with a link to your online store. That being said, you can do that on your personal Facebook page, fine. But technically, Facebook, we are not supposed to be doing business things on our personal page. So before you start spamming your personal page, you want to make sure that you do set up a business page for Facebook. I'm not going to go into all that detail here, but Avon does have some really good stuff under the youravon.com, Avon University on social media and guidelines and stuff like that. So like I said, make sure you're going through that Avon University training, because it's going to walk you through all of that. Of course, in the beginning, most of your sales are coming from your friends and family anyway, but it's okay to go ahead and just put a post out there that you're excited to start your new Avon business. And if anyone wants to check it out, like, they can go to your online store. And then you can also use your social media as well as texting and that kind of thing to reach out to your personal family and friends within the United States, because the online store is going to be a great way for anyone, anywhere to order from you. So, again, that's why you want to set up the online store from the beginning. But you do want to go ahead and let people know that you are, doing the online, or you're doing Avon. And then once you get your kit, make sure you're going through those materials so you can familiarize yourself with what's going on. You should get your kit within 3 to 5 business days. And then obviously you want to stay in touch with your mentor, because we are here to get you through the beginning stages, and wait to place your first order. I say until you have customers, but basically what I'm trying to say is don't, start Avon and 2 days later place your first order. That's not what Avon is trying to do. We want to set you up for success from the beginning. And chances are 2 days later, you're not going to really have but so many orders. I mean, you might, depending on how gung-ho you are, but that's where your online store can actually come in handy, because when you start sharing your online store, you can start getting orders that way. Even before you have your kit, you can start getting orders with the online store. But that being said, your kit is going to come with all the materials that you need to get started. Avon, part of the beauty of Avon is you don't have to spend hundreds on inventory. You don't have to have a lot of samples. And your brochures, you want to make sure that you're only ordering what you know you can logically get out to people. And the thing is, we order our brochures 2 campaigns ahead anyway. So you want to make sure, so all of that kind of stuff, extra samples, brochures, if you want to get bags and things like that, it can wait until you are ready to place your first order. And Avon really wants you to have a week to 2 weeks before you place your order once you sign up. And the reason being because we have new brochures every 2 weeks, and it's called a campaign. So a campaign runs for 2 weeks. There's 26 of them in a calendar year. And then it starts back over with campaign 1 and goes on and so forth. But every 2 weeks we have a new brochure, we have new products coming out. And so basically we operate on that 2-week schedule. And so obviously you always have your online store available to share and to get customers, but you also, as far as anything that you're going to do face to face, or even if you're placing your own orders, unless all you're doing is placing your own orders, you really want to wait to place that first order. And the reason being, because right now we have a guaranteed 40% commission with the first order. And the first order can be any size to get that. But that being said, you want to make sure that if you're going to have customers, that you're getting those customers so that you can make the most of your business, really. So that's why I say to wait to place your first order. A lot of representatives make the mistake of they get signed up and they think to themselves, I need samples, I need brochures. You don't. That kind of stuff is going to come with your kit. So work with what comes with your kit first, and then once you get yourself started, then you can go from there to get additional things. But that being said too, you want to make the most of your profits, and that being said, you don't want to be spending all of your profits to to get samples and stuff, because again, it's not needed. Now, if you have a person that specifically says, hey, can you get me some lipstick samples? Then in that case, I would go ahead and get them some lipstick samples, or skincare or fragrance, or whatever the case may be. But again, you don't want these materials to be laying around in your house or in your closet or in your car. And so unless you have a plan for them, you don't want to spend a lot of money up front to get those tools, because again, that's the beauty of Avon. So we make our money selling face-to-face and online, and then through leadership. And so your right now money is your sales. And then the leadership is something that you can build over time. And, but it is an additional way to get more money. And so the face-to-face selling is, of course, your friends, family, coworkers, other in-person connections. You are going to place the orders. You are going to collect the payments for the orders. It's best to try to collect it up front. And then you're going to place the order, pay Avon what you owe Avon, and you get to keep the rest as your profit. So say you got $100 in orders from your family, then you would want to get that $100 from your family, the product cost plus tax for your area. And then you want to, so from that, you want to pay Avon. So if it's $100 in orders, you're not owing Avon $100. You're owing Avon in your first campaign. You would owe Avon 40% of that, and then anything else that's left over, that's your profit. And so if you're not having anything left over, that's where you really want to look at, what are you spending money on? Are you buying things for yourself, which is fine, but you have to realize that the more you buy for yourself, the less you're going to earn. But hey, a lot of us, that's why we're joining, to get that personal discount. And then on top of that, you also want to look at how much are you putting into things like brochures and that kind of thing. And you do want to take into account the fact that there is shipping costs. But this is where your online can come in handy, because online and utilizing your online store, not only can anyone in the United States order from you, and I mentioned that we have state-of-the-art social media training and tools for free, which we do. More on that later. But you have where Avon takes care of everything. Avon collects the payment. Avon takes the order. They collect the payment via that person's credit card or PayPal, and then they'll ship it to that person directly within 4 to 7 business days. So as much as you can get people to use your online store, it is good. Our commission is the same based on face-to-face and online. That has not always been the case, but it is the case now. Your commission is the same no matter whether it's online or face-to-face. And your commission level is based on that 2-week time frame. So depending on how much your sales are in a 2-week time frame, that's going to depend on what your commission is. And Avon credits any kind of online sale commission, as well as any kind of commission differences, are credited to your Avon account. And then when you don't owe Avon money, Avon will do a deposit into your checking account twice a month. So if the representatives that are doing things online only, you do have the option to have that money. It doesn't have to stay credited to your Avon account. It can be deposited twice a month. And not only that, but but the credit to your account can come in handy if you're trying to order stuff for yourself. And then as far as the leadership, I mentioned receiving a bonus for new representatives when they place a first or second order of 150 plus, which helps you, but it helps them too, because it's setting them up for success. When you get a sponsorship bonus for all of our team members when they place and pay for their orders on time. And also when you're doing the same, placing and paying for orders on time, and you're remaining active, your order to get that bonus does have to be at least $50. And then once you get higher in the ranks, it has to be $200. And then, which of course, if you're not making money, if you're only placing a $50 order, like, let's face it, you're not. And then receive additional bonuses when you advance in leadership, as well as when you mentor others to advance in leadership. And again, more details on that later. What you do as an Avon rep, it's simple. To get sales, you share products. To get team members, you share the opportunity. Sometimes you end up sharing both at the same time. And some tips: you want to let people know you've started your own Avon business and why. What are some of your initial goals? Maybe you have a trip that you're trying to save up for. Maybe you need to pay off the car. Maybe you just need maybe you need some kind of new appliance. Maybe you're just trying to pay the bills. But when you tell people kind of why you're starting your business, they are more likely to connect with you and try to, help you out a little bit. And then, so you can do that with social media, text, phone, email, and in person. Again, social media, just be mindful of how you're doing it and make sure you're doing it correctly. And you don't want to be spamming people. I'm going to go over the daily care collection. That's something that's available for new representatives only, as well as you want to utilize that free online store, sharing your brochures that come in your kit. And then when you do place that first order, make sure you order at least 10 additional more brochures. Because again, we're having new brochures every 2 weeks with new products. And basically, the more you sell, the more you're going to make. And so here's the daily care collection I mentioned. You want to, you can send that text and /post the offer on social media, say that you're excited to start your new Avon business. To celebrate, I have an amazing bundle for my friends and family. It's a daily care collection, which is worth $65, but is only $19.99. And after your first 7 campaigns, you can't offer this special. It says, will you be one of my first customers? How many would you like? So this is something that you can do to reach out to your best friend, to reach out to your family, your mom, your uncles, your aunts, your cousins, people like that. The other thing is you do have the option to print it off, and that way you can kind of share it with people as you're sharing the brochures. Hey, I have this exclusive offer. Skin So Soft and Moisture Therapy are 2 of our best-selling, most well-known product lines. The Moisture Therapy actually is completely fragrance-free, and so a lot of people like that. And then the Skin So Soft, again, is just something that people are familiar with, and it's things that people kind of use every day, like shower gel, lotion, hand creams. Now, people might not always use the bath oil, but at the same time, you can let them know that it does help with keeping their skin softer. And other people, if people are familiar with it, then they kind of know. But this is still a good way to try to get some orders, in addition to sharing the brochures, which is another, your main way to try to get orders: sharing brochures, sharing your online store. And so I talk about how you can text, email, social media, message people that you think could be interested, take the orders or send them to your online store to place the order, buy the bundle and use it to make baskets to sell the products, or you can sell the products individually. That's if you choose to invest in the product. Again, part of the beauty of Avon is you do not have to do that. But some representatives have found success at doing that, at getting these bundles while they're $19.99 in their first 7 campaigns, and then using it to kind of make up, baskets and that kind of thing. And then again, it's available only during your first 7 campaigns as a representative. After that, obviously the products are still available, but not at this low cost of $19.99. And then to possibly get some people interested on your team, you can say that you just found out new Avon reps can earn $1,000 and over $500 in free products in their first 90 days, and you're going for it because obviously you're a new representative. I immediately thought it would be perfect for you too. When can we chat? So these are going to be your friends that you think could benefit from Avon. If you have any friends that you feel, and don't get discouraged if people tell you no. You just have to kind of keep going, because you have to realize that people, you know, you may have those friends that are ready to jump right on board with you, and that's great. And really, that's the ideal scenario. But you also have to realize that you're going to have friends that they say, you know, but that, you know, if they're willing to chat with you, then definitely chat with them, let them know what's going on, let them know that you just started Avon and why you started Avon, and let them know why you thought about them. And also, you can also let them know that if they hurry up and sign up by August 20th, they can actually start for as low as $10. So, you know, what do they have to lose? And then also let them know about how they can get that $1,000 in 90 days and the free products, which I'm about to go into right now. So before I go ahead and go into this, I do want to just mention that again, we operate on that 2-week time frame. And so basically you're placing orders every 2 weeks. You can place the order for the campaign anytime within the window that works for you. Know that Avon is going to get you your order in about 3 business days. I tend to place my orders Sunday night, and then they come to me by Wednesday. But it depends on when in the 2 weeks that you're placing the order as far as how fast the turnaround is. And these, again, are the orders that you are placing on youravon.com on the back office and paying shipping on and that kind of thing. Your online store, people place the orders online, and then they get the order within 4 to 7 business days. Now, you can use your online store to place orders. If you do that, though, you have to realize that you are paying the full price up front, and then the difference is credited to your Avon account. So really, you don't want to be placing orders on your online store yourself, unless you're trying to get, like, I will do that sometimes if I have customers that kind of get to me later. And if it's $40 or more, I might use my online store because I know they'll pay me back, and I also know the difference will be credited to my Avon account. But I know that I am placing orders on my back office. So if you're doing this online only, and maybe the only orders that you're placing on your back office are for yourself, you have to kind of weigh the pros and cons of if you're going to use your online store. But anyway, so every 2 weeks, and then I'm about to mention some monetary goals here as far as sales. This is not required goals. This is if you want to earn these prizes, then you have to hit these goals. But if you are just in this for personal discount, for fun, that kind of thing, you're not worried about getting the free products, you're not worried about trying to necessarily get the $1,000 in 90 days, then by no means, you know, Avon, we don't have quotas, we don't have minimums. You earn, you know, from the first dollar sold, but you do have to realize that to get these prizes, you have to meet these goals. So if you signed up in any of these time frames, this is when your first order is due by 5 p.m. Eastern on these days. And your first order, again, can be any size. You get 40% on everything. If you go for an order of 150 plus, it will set yourself up for success. And I will go over why to go for that order of 150 plus, but you don't have to. You can still, if you have less than 150, you can still submit your first order by these dates and earn these prizes with your first order. Do note that the prizes are being shipped in the next order. So it's not going to come immediately, but you will get it. You just have to know that, but Avon is trying to make sure that the order is submitted and paid for on time. So it takes them, like, once they know that you've done that, then they'll reward you in the next campaign. But if you do that, you get 2 Best of Beauty bundles. and then you're going to get 5 free brochures. But you do want to still make sure that you are ordering brochures in your first order, because we order our brochures 2 campaigns ahead. Again, if you're planning to be distributing the brochures and selling them. If you're just planning to use your online store, you do not have to order by brochures. And you can just kind of direct people to the online store, and they can actually view the brochure online and all that kind of thing. And people will do that. There are representatives out there that are paperless, that don't use the brochures, and that is up to you. That's the beauty of Avon. It's up to you. But anyway, you will get 5 free brochures. And then if you submit your second order by these dates, again, based on when you signed up, and your second order is at least $150, you'll get the Share the Love tote bag, as well as 5 more brochures. Plus, in order to get 40% on everything, you want your second order to be $150. And that, again, is something that's available to new reps only, that 40% on everything. So when you're meeting those goals for the Kickstart program, you're actually setting yourself up for success later on. But you're also maximizing your profits in the beginning of your business. Plus, you're getting these free things right now. So, and then your third order, if you sign up and then you submit it by these dates here, you're going to earn the premium starter kit for free, which this is a $400 value. This is where the rest of that $500 in free products comes in. And but your third order it should be 200 plus, for the fact that you want the total of the first 3 orders to be 500 plus. So however you get there, but the basic for that would be a first order of $150, a second order of $150, so that's $300, and then a third order of 200 plus. Now, your online sales during the 2-week time frame do count towards those goals. So say you had $50 in online sales in your first 2 weeks, and then you placed another $100 order, that's your $150. Same for your second campaign. Maybe you got $100 in online sales in your second campaign during that 2-week time frame, and then you might have only placed a $50 order, but that's your $150. So as long as online and anything you place in your back-to-back is that $150, $150, and $200 for a total of $500 in the first 6 weeks, the first 3 campaigns, then you get this premium starter kit for free. Plus, if your third order is 200 plus, or between your online sales and anything you place in the back office, then you earn the 40% on everything in your third campaign, which goes into our Kickstart program. So I've highlighted the first 3 campaigns, 150, 150, and 200. That gives you the $500 that you need to earn that premium starter kit for free. And not to mention, when you have a first order of any size, the second order of 150 and the third order of 200, you get that 40% commission on everything. And then when you have the fourth one is 250, the fifth one is 300, the sixth one is 350, and the seventh one is 400. Now, Avon says that if we have orders around $400 every 2 weeks, that's going to be like what sets us up for the most success in the future. I will say, they say that the average online order is $40 plus, for the fact that we offer the free shipping on $40 orders. And the average in-person order is about $25. So when you look at it that way, 10 people spending $15 is $150. 10 people spending $20 is $200. 10 people spending $25 is $250. 10 people spending $30 is $300. 10 people spending $35 is $350. And 10 people spending $40 is $400. So, you obviously, it may be that you have somebody that only spends $5, but then you might have somebody that spends $50. So, but just thinking of it in that way as the 10 people kind of makes it realize that it is doable for sure. And especially as a new representative, when you make that contact list, you want to kind of look at what your sales goal is for every order, but you also want to know if your contact list is 50 people, really don't talk to all 50 of those people in the first 2 weeks. And the reason being, because you want to kind of spread it out so that you can meet these sales goals. Because you have to realize that most people are going to order once, and then they're not going to order again for another month or 2 months or 3 months, or sometimes more than that. Now, we do have the fortune right now that when you're signing up, we're getting ready to go into fourth quarter. So the fourth quarter is going to be amazing. It's going to be a great opportunity for all of us to be able to get sales and customers and even team members, because people want Christmas money and that kind of thing. And so you're signing up at a good time by signing up right now. And I think Avon kind of strategically did this incentive of $10 to sign up because they wanted to make sure that they had some representatives in there for the fourth quarter, but also, you know, we know that this fourth quarter is going to be amazing. Just trust me on that one. So it is totally doable to meet these goals, but you just want to kind of keep them in mind in the back of your mind, and when you are reaching out to people, and just remember that, you know, one single person is not going to carry you through to these goals. And so that one single person, you know, may only order from you once in the next 3 months. So you just kind of have to strategically plan out how you're going to reach out to people. And then as far as recruit the rest of the money, so you get 40% earnings, and that gives you some of the $1,000. Then if you bring on 3 team members in your first 90 days, you get $50 for each of them if they place an order, first or second order of 150, which will set them up for success, as well as if they're joining now with you before this Share the Love incentive is over August 20th, then it's setting them up to be able to earn their $500 in free products. And then, so your 3 people that place an order of 150 or more, then that gives you $50 bonus on each of them, which is $150. Obviously, if you bring on more than 3 people, you can do more than that. Same with if you sell more, you make more. And then, but if you meet the minimal sales goals, as well as bring on 3 people, you'll also get an additional bonus of $200. And that's where the $1,000 comes out. So there is a lot of people in Avon that are getting started, that have been started since this Kickstart thing started last year, that have earned that $1,000 in 90 days. So it is totally doable. It's, you know, is it going to be something that, you know, you don't have to do anything and you get it? No, you are going to have to work for it. But if you work for it, if you set your goals, if you reach out to people, you'll be able to meet these goals. And then, so what if you don't meet the goals? And it's covering up what happens after 90 days. You will have, this is our regular earnings chart. So normally anything up to 150 is 20%. Then once it is 150 to 300, you bump yourself up to 30%. And then 300 to 499, you bump yourself up to 35%. And then anything 500 plus is that 40%. So you realize as a new representative making 40% on 150, you are doing really good, but that is an advantage of being a new representative. And that's the beauty, jewelry, and the health and wellness as well. And then our fashion and home products are a fixed 20%, with the exception of in that first 90 days, if you are meeting the Kickstart goals, you are actually earning 40% on the fashion and home as well. Again, another advantage of being a new Avon representative. And then beyond that, it's a fixed 20%. And then this is our sales commission until you hit 10,000 in sales, which is President's Club. And then you can actually earn 25% on fashion and home. And then you can earn up to 50% on the beauty and jewelry and health and wellness. But I'm not going to go through that here because this is for new reps. So I know this was a lot of information. I will say, make sure you're taking that training in Avon University because that's going to help you a lot. Not only that, but do pay attention to your emails from Avon as well as from your mentor. And also you can feel free to reach out to me with my phone number, my email, and also you can go to my Facebook page and like my Facebook page. If you are on my team, I have sent that information to you. You can also subscribe to my YouTube channel. And thank you so much for watching today. I hope this video was informative. I hope it helped you to understand things a little bit better. I know it's a lot all at once, but we do want people to be successful in their first little bit of time with Avon. That's why they started the Kickstart program. That's why they're having the Share the Love incentive opportunity for new reps to earn $500 in free Avon. And it's totally doable. It's, you know, will it take work? Yes. Does this business, is it something that you're going to be able to all of a sudden be making millions overnight? No. But it's something that with work, with effort, you can definitely get rewarded. And we have some other incentives going on right now too that are exclusive to representatives. And so, you know, just do welcome, you know, good luck. Feel free to reach out to me, pay attention to the emails, and feel free, if you have any additional questions, to say, hey, I have a question about this, you know, and I will either point you in the right direction or give you the answer. And not only that, but like I said, a lot of your questions can be answered on the youravon.com, and particularly in the Avon University new representative training. So it is so important for you to do that. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see everybody next time. Bye, guys. Thanks again.